I'm the hunt.
All right. Here we are again. Happy New Year soon. And Merry Christmas to everybody. Yeah, so we're jumping back in here. I was just going over the stations, looking at what we have left to do with stations. I got a bit of money. I was thinking about expanding the fleet a bit. So I can go after some Xenon, just like take out a lot of Xenon, get some of the bounties, get the the general bounty on the Xenon that don't have large bounties on them. Excuse me. So farm some money that way is what I'm thinking. We got a couple of high bounty ones over here. Destroyer. Wait, that says Destroyer I. Destroyer K. I thought the I was a carrier. Well, that'll be interesting. So yeah, let's go over. I got the game paused so that the money doesn't get used up by traders or anything. So let's go over here to the shipyard. And let's see what we can get. So in the large, we got the Osaka. Yeah, the Osakas have been pretty good for me. Of course, I'd love to get a couple more sins, but that's going to have to wait until we have all the research available. And eventually I want to get an Asgard somehow. Got to get an Asgard. So we have the Tokyo carrier. We've got a Tokyo carrier, but we don't have the fighters for it at the moment. And of course there's an auxiliary ship. I don't need, until I'm like really deploying the carrier with a bunch of fighters, I don't think we're going to worry about an auxiliary ship. Because I don't do torpedoes or missiles on my big ships at the moment. So I don't really have a need for an auxiliary ship to bring in extra supplies or anything like that. So that leaves us with the Osaka. All these got, at some point in time, these got saved while I had the Star Wars Inner Worlds mod on, so makes them unusable. So I got to rebuild it from the scratch, it seems, which is fine. So let's go with, we're going to try and recreate the, I don't know what I had on the siege one. I had the siege set up specifically for taking out stations. And I do not remember what I had on there. So we're just going to go for like a generic, kind of a jack of all trades kind of thing. I'm going to go with all around. Of course, we're going to go Mark III shields. Max that out. Max these. Have both of the main batteries on there. And then, so this is the bottom large turret. Max out the shields. I mean, we could put a beam on there, but that, for such a large turret, it's going to have a slow turn rate. That feels a bit not the right thing to go with. I don't want any dumbfire on there. I'm not going to do a bolt on this large thing, so we'll, oh, what I want is plasma, but we can't get it here. So we'll leave that empty. Same with L2, which is that one on the top. Going to give it the shields, of course. And then L3. I have shields. Oh, I wonder though. Because the plasma would be good against stations. And some of the larger, slower moving capital ships. But we're going up against Xenon. And those Ks can turn on a dime like nobody's business. So maybe Pulse. So Pulse has, where's its range? 6.1 kilometers. Bolt is 5.6. The beam is 4.6. That's tracking. We're going to try it with the Pulse. It's got the range, so we'll give that a shot. All right, so medium turrets 1. So this is 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top. This is going to be, it can cover the top and bottom. Midsection. Yeah, that's going to be beam with maximum shields. Now this is also 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. No, this is the ones back here. Hold up. No, that's in the back. That was in the back. I'm looking at the wrong things here. So if that's in the back, we're going to go to bolt. And then that's also in the back, gets bolt. This is left side dorsal, ventral, port ventral. Do beam with max shields. This is starboard ventral. I will still do beam. I was thinking about doing like bolt or pulse on there, but we'll do beam. Because the big damage is going to come from the large turrets up top. So these are going to be for swatting down fighters. So there we got the dorsal starboard, beam and shields. Yes, 2. And port dorsal, beam and shields. The software, have to have that. We'll do that. We'll go police. Targeting, I don't care about trading software or docking computers for this one. It's mostly going to be a NPC run ship. We will do 1 cargo drone, 4, you know what, no, we'll do 2 cargo drones, 4 or 3 repair drones. And just, I know a lot of people don't want to do the defense drones on these ships, but I'd rather have them than not have them. I am going to put 25 advanced satellites on there. And then we're going to try Mark II laser towers and look at the price momentarily. We're going to go with 65 and 10. Probably will not use this for any kind of boarding, but I want to have them there just in case. All right, so how much are we looking at here? 42 million. Well, closer to 43. Doesn't take up everything I got, so we'll go for it. And we will make this call it Jack Mark III. Oop, didn't get the 3 in there. There we go. So Jack Mark III, Jack of all trades, Mark III, because it is fully fleshed out. Nothing is lacking. I will rename it like that for now until I come up with a better name for it. Add that to the shopping list. We'll leave us with 22 million. And that is going to take how long? 7.5 minutes. We'll unpause. All right, we're currently aboard the Sin, Delilah's swan song, on our way to Argon Prime to rearm, repair, And there's a streaming revenge fleet. I'll leave that alone. We do have, I believe that's, one of them is the Osaka, and Osaka. The other one is the carrier. Yeah, this one's an Osaka. And Dr. Reed's revenge is the Tokyo. It's got a couple of ships left on it. A couple of fighters, but nothing worth talking about at the moment, really. We gotta reinforce those numbers. But the Osaka Jack Mark III is going to be joining the flag fleet, so that'll be a Sin and 2 Osakas then that we will go into. Is it Matrix 4?
Hello there.
No, Matrix 9. Yeah, Matrix 9. We'll go to 451 and then go into Matrix 9 and just farm for some credits there. I moved the mining fleet that was getting hammered. It has one mining ship left. I'm moving them to the asteroid belt, which actually has a decent amount of resources in it. It's got a little bit of everything, and some things it has a lot of. And I already had one mining fleet there, so now the other one's coming in, and rename fleet. We'll call it asteroid belt as well.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
I don't know what happened there. I know they updated the game, but that sounded like a different sound effect, and it got me a little bit. It did not sound familiar at all. Do I have the game turned up too loud, maybe? Maybe that was it. Maybe it was up too loud. I just... that was a little different. But it is currently selling things off in Argon Prime, and then it should make its way back over to the asteroid belt. Alright, what else? Got our special ships and their own little fleet here. Just leaving them sit for now. Got the sport fleet. All the sport ships will be going around with that Barbarossa. I got my little strike fleet. Not a lot to talk about in that fleet there. It's just a small fleet that flies around with me when I'm in my fighter. Excuse me. What did I have with... yeah, I had the Terranized Chimeras. One of my... I think the Nister's Manga Party has plasma. Yeah, it's got plasma turrets on its large turrets. So that'll be good. We'll have the Sin, which is kind of could almost call it a jack of all trades. Hello. Really? It has large? Those aren't large. Hang on. Just got a ship review. I guess they are. Turret groups. Yeah, okay. I should probably swap some of them out for plasma at some point. Make it a true jack of all trades. Maybe these top two. Eventually. Make the top two plasma, and then it'll be it'll do a little bit more damage to stations and the larger, slow capital ships. And then I suppose Nissa's manga party, to some degree, is also operating a bit like a jack of all trades. It's got all plasma on the large, and then beams. It's got the bolts. I think the bolts are just in the back. Although it doesn't highlight them the same way now that the things are actually in there. Let's see. We'll click on that. Yep, there's the bolt. No, that's a beam. That's a beam. That's also a beam. Okay. I thought I put them in the back, but I guess not. There you go. Yep, that one's... I mean, it does well. It does well. I will eventually settle on a one or two layouts, really, and then they'll be for specific purposes. Either to go in, take out stations, fighter, anti-fighter work. Although to some degree I can make them all anti-fighter. They all have enough shields and enough weapon ports so they can have enough lasers on there, or beams, to where they can handle the fighters while doing their primary job. So that leaves really two categories I need to fill: anti-station and anti-capital ship.
Prepare to dock.
Right,
Affirmative. Requesting permission to dock.
We're going to add it to attack with commander.
Slowly.
Affirmative.
It sounds like we are at the station we're docking at. The Dread Witch is in the void. What is its job right now? Ah, it is trading. I'm glad it's still alive. Because there were a couple of saves there. A couple of reloads where we had lost it. But it is still chugging along now. So that's good. And it is set up to take on heavy targets. Of course, it's a Barbarossa. It is a... Oh, that was not what I thought that would do. I wanted to just close that. There we go. I mean, you can tell it's Terran. It's a... You want to call it a kit-bashed Terran, maybe? It's similar to the Osaka, I reckon. A little bit of the Tokyo right here with the circular part. It's got the Osaka weapons, though they're in different positions than the Osaka has. That bottom one is in the same spot. But then it's got an extra large turret over the Osaka, so 4 large turrets. And got the landing bay right there. It's actually, I mean, it's really cool. It's like, it's not symmetrical. It is absolutely asymmetrical, which usually bothers me, but in this case I think it's been done really well. I'm not a big fan of asymmetrical things. I like to keep it all evenly balanced, but this one's not bad. It's still a good ship, good looking ship as well. All right, let's see here. I think it looks as though Delilah's Swan Song is done with whatever I had ordered it to do. We'll double check that. Yep, it is now just on the wait. The manga party is also on the wait. So let's make our way to Matrix 451. And we'll actually come into right here because I want to go.
The ship will be undocking soon.
I want to go in and not all at once, or all at once, and not just as they get there. So, that's good. Who was Dreadwitch supplying? He's going a very long way around to wherever it was going. Ah, there. Okay. Okay. That's fine. So what I've kind of decided how I'm going to get managers for my stations. Whenever I have a station going up, I'm going to take one of my other traders, because I'm going to start buying some medium ships for trading, and just set them out to auto trade. So whenever I have a station going up, I'll take one of those trade ships, set it up to supply the required resources for building that station. And then when it's done, that trade ship will become the first trade ship for that station, and its captain will move on to become the commander of the station, and then someone on that trade ship will get promoted to captain of the trade ship. But that way, I should almost always have at least a 3 to 5 star station commander moving into that position.
Entering system.
There it went
Take
again.
class choice.
Maybe I'm just not used to the sound of the jump gates inside of a capital ship. That could be it.
Sir?
Alright, so 20 million has gone missing. And I think it's one of my stations just taking it again for. I forgot to look at them. Yeah, Family took it. It can have it for now. It won't need it. And then once the Dreadwitch is finished doing all the trading, we'll be able to get it back and it'll stop taking it. I forgot to look at the mod that does that. I know which mod is doing that, but I didn't think it was supposed to do that kind of thing. In any case, I'm going to go down to one of these stations and use this SATA. Okay. So he has to get there first. And I can press, push him away. Then I can get in.
We found something out here.
Ignore it. Don't care about log boxes right now. Alright, so our Avarice Scrapyard.
Entering system. Silent witness.
Let's go into configuration. Resources needed. So it looks like it's got some silicon carbide on the way in. Just the one shy of what it needs. And now it doesn't. What happened there? That's interesting. It's got the Computronic substrate. Doesn't quite have. No, it does have all the energy cells it needs. Okay, I see what happened. It's at 202. It turned red because the trade happened. It's still just like one under whatever.
Entering system. Profit Center
it's in good
Alpha.
It's in good shape. Let's look at. Do I need a trader or a commander for it? No, it has a commander, looks like. Let's go to personnel. Yep. Got a commander. It needs a trade ship, which I'm hesitant to get
Entering
to because
system.
it is an Avarice.
Right
This would be
promise.
the one where I'm like, man, let's not give it a trade ship. Since it's in Avarice, that could be very dangerous for any trade ship that works for it. I'm mostly using it to get scrap metal and energy cells and then pull them out of Avarice.
Entering system. Yanamus Zura.
Excuse me. I don't understand how its expected operating budget is so high. It's literally just producing
Entering system. Matrix.
no
Number
resources needed.
451.
So the scrap metal should come into it easy. It should not need to buy any. However, let's change this to only me. Bring the pricing down.
Awaiting orders.
We'll leave the buy amount to be automated, and it's not going to sell the scrap metal. Right?
I will reduce you to nuts and bolts. You
Yeah.
have made a
So
mistake.
I'll do that. So we'll stop Zeta. Ooh, there's a. Branch 9, okay. Let's take over the Delilah. What just happened? Oh, I pressed Shift and D, and because I'm used to some other games doing it. Let's go work this
Okay.
over.
Requesting immediate backup.
Travel mode. Travel mode. Oh, I didn't check to make sure that was working today. Hang on. Let's get Wharf up and running here. It may have forgotten which microphone to listen to. Yep, it did. Change it to that. Okay. Hello, Legion.
Legion online.
There we go. Travel mode.
Maximum velocity.
I think this will work out. It's distracted by some other ships down there. And we're already above it. So we'll come in above it even more. All stop.
All stop.
Alright, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Nope, it's turning towards us now. It was not distracted long enough. Did any of those impact? No. There we go. Now we got range. Yeah, that didn't turn out very well. Oh, well. We got an autosave there somewhere. Is it 12:30? Yep, that's today. Whoops. Now I gotta remember what all commands I sent out between that quick save and, or the autosave and where we were. And I should have quick saved before engaging that branch K. Should have known better. Should have known. Also, I wish there was a better way to target subsystems. Maybe some way to pull up a menu of, here's all the subsystems this ship has. Select one. But now you got to cycle through them. Or be close enough that you can select it. I suppose I could pause the game and use a different camera angle to select a subsystem I'm wanting to target, like an engine or a shield generator. Just seems like that. I wish there was a more fluid way of doing it without having to pause the game.
Entering system. Profit Center Alpha.
Right, so we are... fleet is flying. Yeah, flying. All right, good. So that's still in the asteroid belt, but it's on its way. The manga party. Let's remove that document because that was an override to its normal role. That's probably why it was not there last time. Alright, so I think the only other thing I was doing was just really focusing on Family Takur and figuring out what was going on with it. No, it was Avarice. I was looking at Avarice. Because it's got its commander. It's being built pretty quickly. Let's go into that logical overview. So it's going to get scrap metal from me. Then it's going to take that scrap metal that uses a lot of energy cells. Why don't we have not enough resources for production? Okay, so now it's this system. It's here in Avarice because it uses a lot of energy cells. Turn that on. 24,000 energy cells. And 75,000. Is that per hour? Yeah. Okay. How much are we storing? 191,000. Should be enough. Should not be buying any. I don't know why there's a buy offer for energy cells. So let's look here. Per hour, 75,000, 24,000. That's nearly 100,000. Sell all but 100,000. Do not buy any. Buy for the cheapest price and only me. So that way it shouldn't buy any. I'm gonna have to handle storage capacity. We'll do double what our run is. Let's see, what is the automatic? Ah, that's fine. That's fine. It's producing more than enough per hour. And then it automatically just decided, oh, we're going to store 287,000. That's fine. Sell offer to anybody, keeping 1 hour's worth for production. We're going to do automatic pricing for now. We could go lowest price possible and be fine. Make a profit on everything, but we'll leave it there. So we're going to get scrap metal here from our other station. Each tide takes one protection. We have used one so far. All right. The other station. A windfall. The Horde. Logical overview. It produces scrap metal. Yeah, I'm not going to put restrictions on this one. We'll let it, for now, we'll buy scrap metal from anyone. That pricing, that seems like a decent enough price. We're going to be, hold on, give me, oh, come on. I guess this is it, yeah. 10 energy cells, which we're producing, what? None. So that's what we got to get from. Yeah. It's 10 energy cells, 1 raw scrap. Produce 1 scrap metal. And then we sell that, or just transport it. We sell for 401. So we've paid 170, selling for 401, profit. Good enough. That works. Food rations. We're going to set that to only me. And medical supplies the same. Because I don't actually want to buy those right now. Why do I have energy cells in 2 different spots?
Entering system. Bright promise.
That is weird. Given that information, what is your expected operating budget? Still 11 million? Why? Only me. Let's reduce that. Reduce that. I wish I could just delete the buy offer. Can only have 5 anyway. Now will you accept this lower? Only by 20,000. Oh, got to change that. Forgot about that. And it uses how much scrap metal? 1,500. So 7,500. And the allocated is 70,000. Okay, perfectly fine. Now that brought the estimated budget down by 1 million-ish. It's like, how can I make it come down further? So buying only from me, I got the price set extremely low, and we're producing energy cells. We shouldn't need to buy any. And we're selling to anybody that wants it. Scrap metal. I'm not going to create a sell offer because we're not going to sell it from this station at all. Okay. I'll come back to that. The scrap metal, although I am going to set the automatic pricing for the scrap metal to the same. We have for here. All right, so unless I set up the trade to just trade or transfer wares instead of buy and sell. Anyway, I'm still going to set it the way I want. Yeah, we'll let that be automatic pricing. Yeah, might as well just let it stay on the automatic pricing. Then avarice. I'll let it be automatic. Then we're selling this stuff for good prices. All right. Excuse me for one moment. I'll be right back. All right. Unpause. There we go. See, I'll close close are we to getting there? So if I manually set...
Entering
that's what I'm gonna
system.
do.
Yanamos Zura.
I'm going to manually set the buy price for scrap. We'll just go 200. And we'll sell the scrap metal. Going to manually set that as well. Put it at 400. And then over here, let's buy the scrap metal for 400. That way there's no profit or loss, it's just a break even bringing the scrap metal over to this station, depending on how I set up the traders. But it'll be a break even there. And then let's see, it'll produce 360 per hour using 1,500. This is where I need a calculator. So 1,500 times 400. Any hints on how to set up scrap collecting for ships? Yes. Let me finish this math real quick. 360 is 1,600. So if we sell for, it's gonna have to sell for more at some point. But we'll figure that out. So what you want? Let's pause it so I don't run into any hostiles while I'm doing this. What you want is a manticore. Now these are the ones that will grab scrap metals and bring them to a station and sell it to the station. Okay. And then the other thing you want is a tatua. Now these will go and find hulks and crush them, turn them into the cubes that your manticores come and grab. Now what I've done, and one of my other viewers showed me his setup. We have the station here in Windfall with the, well, let me show you the other way. Where is it? There it is. The scrap processor. And then we have another station in Avarice with the rest of the process. The orders for the manticore. Okay. So let's go get our manticore. So I assigned the manticore to the station as salvage. So that's all it does. It goes around doing salvage. So with its being set here in Windfall 3, there is a lot of salvage to be had in Windfall 4. So it's just, it's getting the auto salvage command. Maximum range is set to 5, so it can go 5 jumps out. And it's heading down into Windfall 4 and grabbing all these pieces right here. Now you can set that up. That is a default behavior you can set for the manticore if you don't have a station for it. So if you just want it to go and sell to any salvage station, that is a default behavior you can choose for the manticore in the list. I can't pick it right now because it's commanded by the station, but you have to click on the default behavior and find salvage, and it'll do that. Otherwise, if you're putting it on the station, you select the manticore, and then the last option here is salvage for commander. And like, as you can see, we've already got it in there. And then the Tatua, its default command, or we told it to salvage at position. And it just, we can drag that position anywhere we want to, and it just salvages ships in that whole area. There's no default behavior for that one, but there is for, it's a right-click command. That's deployables. Here it is. Salvage at position. Yeah, it took me a while to figure that out as well. I'd wanted to do it for a long time, but I kept on, I bought a mana core, sent it out, and nothing was happening. And then the mana core got attacked and destroyed. I lost probably 10 mana cores before I finally figured it out, and I decided to do it with my own station instead of setting up another station or selling it to NPC stations. And by the way, welcome to the stream. I see it's your first time here. Count 0. I like that. Are you how long have you been playing X for? Are you a fairly new or longtime fan of the X series, maybe? Where are we at? That one is just now Nargon Prime. Manga Party is actually caught up with Delilah Swan Song. Awesome. 200 hours, X4 only. Okay, okay. So that, you've had the game for a couple months maybe then? Or maybe longer, but only recently been playing in the last few months. How, have you completed a lot of the story quests, or are you just doing the free play? Sandbox mode. $8 months, okay. Some stories. Okay. Do you have all the DLC?
Entering system.
Sorry, I know
Matrix.
it sounds like 20 questions.
Number 4, 5, 1.
I like to know where you're at with the game and everything before I start talking too much at you about it. Don't want to spoil things or anything like that. Got splattered by the Xenon. So build up all DLC. Okay, good, good. Mass fleet built to defeat them. Yeah. Every playthrough is a little bit different as far as how the Xenon react. This particular playthrough, the Xenon had actually taken over Family Takur here. And one of my early streams was like, okay, we're going to go in and take Family Takur back from the Xenon, which is why I own it now. But that had never happened in any of my other playthroughs. And then the Teladi took over Matrix 451 from the Xenon. I'm like, well, that's never happened in any playthrough either. So I've got a lot of interesting things happening here that I've never seen happen before. And then the Xenon in this particular save, the Xenon are really hitting Hatikva's Choice pretty hard. You see, they're here right now. And coming in from Tharka's Cascade. Ooh, too far. But Hatikva's Choice has been the battlefront for quite a few battles on this particular save. And I'm working on building up my own fleet right now. I just got a second Osaka for my primary fleet, and we're getting ready to go into Matrix 9 here. See if we can do anything about the Xenon there. And eventually, when I have probably 5 support ships, 5 battleships, we're going to go into Tharka's Cascade and just try and wipe the Xenon from there entirely. Well, that's a difficult one because that system actually affects your shields while you're there, so fighters are virtually useless there. Family wiped out, end over, going through Xenon all the way, void. So through the void. I can't remember where the void is. It's over here, right? There it is, the void. How 10 SM small yard building. It's not. Yeah, I mean, that's that's the differences. Yeah, see, I got a lot of my factions are just kind of sticking to themselves. They're not really doing anything aside from the Teladi. And the Terrans. The Terrans are actually sending fleets out. They're not attacking any other factions. But there was, last time I went up into Tharka's Cascade, a Terran fleet came with me and actually battled it out with some Xenon right over here. And there's a graveyard right now of Terran capital ships right here. So they're the only ones really doing anything major. None of the other factions are really doing much. Four carriers in a group, that's a large carrier group. What kind of support groups did they have? Support ships. I'm still trying to figure out why this station has such a large operating budget. It shouldn't have that large of an operating budget. Lots of dragon wings. Let's just set that to auto again. I'm not going to try and micromanage that for the time being. Raw scrap, auto pricing, and auto pricing. There we go. Each carrier had 200 fighters. Well, let's say that's, yeah. And then how much did that slow your computer down when they all launched? That's the biggest problem with X4 is when you have that many ships on screen or in the same sector that you're in. That will really slow down the FPS. Where's Jack at? Still a couple of jumps away. Alright, well let's go into SATA mode. See if we can't get
Awaiting
other
orders.
ships here pretty quick. Or quicker. So I'm itching to go into that Xenon territory and start just taking them down as much as possible. Background stuff slowed down, but in sector was good. Have Verizon 5700 and 32 gig. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just got a couple of 3060s. They're, I forget the RAM size I got on them, but they're both. I got 2 dual 3060s. NVIDIA's, and Got i9 11th gen. So mine can lag a little bit when that many ships are on screen.
Seen unspotted.
Only one 3060? No, I thought you had the 57. Seen unspotted. Just a raiding party. Raiding party. Now I'm running 6 monitors, so I've got 2 graphics cards. Two dual 3060s. That's the Ryzen.
Something hit us.
Okay, I don't know much about the Ryzen. I pretty much only buy Asus hardware. Now, so Ryzen's AMD. I'm talking about. So my 3060s are NVIDIA. Yeah, my board's also Asus. Yeah, at least you got the one part's Asus. Yeah, I run Intel, so I've never done AMD. I don't. Well, no, I take that back. I did an AMD processor many years ago. Had AMD graphics card, and they both quit on me 6 months in. And they refused to do any kind of repair on it or anything. So I said, forget that. And I went back to Intel. Haven't looked back. Yeah, NVIDIA 3060. That is mine. Wait, is the Ryzen? That's a processor. Okay, so you are running. I'm sorry. I don't know AMD stuff that well anymore. So you have your Ryzen. Your processor is a Ryzen, and your graphics card is the NVIDIA 3060. Okay, so you got the same graphics card I do. Gotcha. Well, that it was confusing me because when you said Ryzen 5700, my mind's just like, okay, that kind of numbering is just graphics cards. Processors only have, one little number after them. I totally forgot that AMD does the whole, like, 5700 or whatever for their processors. So that's my bad. I was totally reading that wrong and remembering things about AMD and everything wrong. This save probably only has, I don't know how many hours it has. We'll go, as of today, 6 days, 4 hours, and 46 minutes. That was when I loaded it up today. So whatever today's stream adds on to that. So another 2 to 4 hours. So about 6 days on this. Almost 7 days on this particular save. All right, let's get up because
Hello there.
our support ships are here. And it looks like the Teladi are potentially getting ready to go. Every time I decide to go in and attack the Xenon, someone else decides to go in and attack them along with me. It's both annoying and a bit flattering. It's like, oh, here goes this guy who knows what he's doing. He's going to go attack the Xenon. Let's go with him. But also they get in the way. only a few hours into your save from Newgate a few days ago. So how many different saves have you done? Three total. Okay. And have you? So you're on your third one now. Is this have you done it? Are you just like playing it three different ways, or were the first two like learning experiences? The one where you had fleet had 12 days. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. About 12 days of gameplay, and you should be running a fairly large fleet at that point. So what's on the other side of this gate? Immediately on the other side. Nothing too bad. Travel mode.
Maximum velocity.
Second had to beat the Xenon. First learning. Okay. It did some weird emoticon on my overlay. So the first learning, second had to beat the Xenon. Alright. And what has been your... so in your second one where you took on the Xenon and you built up that fleet. And now in your third one, what is your money-making method?
Entering system. Matrix. Number
I'll stop.
9.
Decreasing velocity.
Smuggler's Paradise. Okay. We're going to do a quick save here because those are 4 Branch 9K destroyers. I've only got 3 ships. This may be a bad idea. But bad ideas is how we've made our minis so far. Lasers.
Incoming fund transfer. Talati Company.
Thanks for your help.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's going the smuggler route is a bit of a struggle. I've not done the smuggler start, but I've had to do some of the smuggler missions to get some of the things I wanted. This particular one started with the Terran Cadet. And I've done, most of my others have just been free play start, no particular game start one way or the other. Or at least not any faction related one. Alright, so there is 1, 2, 2 of the K's.
I.
That's the I. Yeah, I don't do the mods. It's not all that much.
K.
Alright, we gotta take this K on. Wing, attack my target.
Scramble fighter.
Alright, since there's no real easy way of doing this natively, oh, it's not going to let me do it this way either. Okay. What is my command? There it is. Next surface element.
Locking weapons.
Next surface element.
Weapons locked.
Next surface element.
Weapons locked.
That's taking too long. Controls. Nope, I know an easier way to find it. I can just look at what I'm telling the AI to press. Control A. That's the wrong button. Control S. I want the engine. So many shield generators on this thing. All right. Will that engine work? No, I need the other engine. There we go. Now we can come back to here.
Engine.
And it automatically target the next engine. Awesome. There we go.
K.
All right, let's pause for a second. Let's take a look here. They've got a couple of small things coming after them. There's another K. All right, I'm going to chance it. I'm going to keep firing at this one and try and take it down. Then we're going to swing over to the other one and take out its engines. And I hope it does not destroy either one of my Osakas in the meantime.
K.
All right, what was it? Control S? Yep. Modded rattlesnake, so I could take K and have a chance against it. Oh, that makes sense. Because I'm doing Terran Cadet here, I'm only using Terran ships. So that has limited me to some degree. Either Terran ships or what I'm calling Terranized ships. So I'll take a Chimera and I'll use a Chimera, but I have to put Terran equipment on it. It cannot be anything else.
Engine. K.
Wing, attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
Affirmative.
I. Incoming fund transfer.
Oh, how close is that?
Awaiting
Ah,
orders.
it's close. It's close. It's right there. And I just lost one line. Okay. Let's try this again. I've got the quick save. They all just travel moded right into me. Well, I was able to take out 2 of them. I did lose one of my Osakas, my brand new Osaka at that. Can't have that. Can't have that. So, what should I focus on? It doesn't seem like focusing on the engine is necessarily the best option. Maybe, though. I quick saved before. I did a quick save right before getting into anything that was really gonna hurt. Yeah, I generally try to. I do forget sometimes, but I generally try to quick save in a position where, like, if I go through it and it just is not working out, that quick save has everybody in a position where we can just get back out of the sector and have no problem. I also forget too often, but this was a big enough thing that I remembered it this time. They're all sitting right there. So I think what I want to do is go back towards the gates a little bit. I'm not worried about the fighters.
Incoming fund transfer. Eladi Company.
All of my capital ships are like, they can brush off just about any fighter attack, unless it's a couple hundred fighters. But anything underneath 100, probably not an issue at all. In fact, I'd probably say anything under 150 fighters is not going to bother my capital ships one bit. It's those beams. Beams will take out fighters because they track best. They're not going to miss. And they have really good range. Now, and of course the beams are mostly Terran beams. So if your ship gets stuck inside of another object, teleport, if you have the teleport technology, teleport to another ship in another sector and give the stuck ship a command to go somewhere else. And while you're not in the sector, it is going to be able to get out of whatever it's stuck in and go somewhere else. The reason for that is because of the way the game works, the way they got it programmed. If you're not in a sector, the physical objects are not being rendered. So there's no longer any collision happening in that sector anymore that you're not in. So if you get a ship stuck somewhere and you have the teleport technology already, teleport to another sector, give that ship a command to go somewhere else, and it'll be perfectly fine. Impulse turret, shield generator. All around engine. There we go. Wing, attack my target.
Scramble fighter.
Was the player HQ first? Oh, okay. Yeah. Kind of screwed then, I guess. At least it was only 1 hour, not 6 hours. I've lost 6 hours before. Was not happy. Nope, none of those are ready to hit. Good, and then suddenly they just stopped hitting. Oh, they went further away. Getting that engine anymore. It's turning too close.
Awaiting orders.
Gosh, look at that.
Okay.
Awaiting orders.
Wing attack my target.
Scramble fighter.
Use different ships and lead Argon to their own resources. That's interesting rules. Nestor's manga party's been destroyed because it flew over into the eye. Alright. I wish I had better control over the individual ships. So we're gonna do this a little bit differently. Instead of just giving them wing attack my target commands this time, we're gonna go into the map and give them a little more detailed commands on positioning and such. So 3 days holding the Hatikva from Xenon attack after that. Yeah. Xenon can be, when they get their mindset to take a sector, or just to attack it, raid it for resources, whatever it is they're doing, they can be quite nasty. Oh yes, it is lots of fun though. For sure.
Incoming funds transfer to Lottie Company.
He is serving something snakes.
I'll stop.
Decreasing speed.
All right, so we're going to use a different trick here. Go into information, go to loadout. Defense laser tower Mark II. Deploy them all. So 30 laser towers right here. We're going to go into reverse mode.
K.
Pause. Let's get that engine. I'll stop.
Decreasing speed.
We're no longer hitting that one.
K.
Wing, attack my target.
Eliminating the threat.
This isn't working out too well either. I sat there for too long. There goes the laser towers. Finally.
Shields are down.
All damage. All critical.
we got shields back just a little bit.
K. Incoming.
Awaiting orders.
Wing attack my target.
Acknowledged.
Eliminate the threat.
Nope. Couldn't avoid him.
Navigation!
Okay.
Get us out of here! Acknowledged.
That was a little bit better. We're going to get this. Gonna get it. No, the Terran don't have a plasma turret. I've not had the chance to go and put one on the Delilah Swansong, but the Nister's manga party has one. It has two. I just got to get hit to get into range and fire them. It doesn't like to do that. I do need to put some on the Sin because I like the Sin better. It has 3 main turret or main Terran main weapons instead of just 2. The Osaka only has 2. It's got 3 large turrets. The Sin has 3 main weapons and 4. 4? I think it's 4 large turrets. So I can actually swap out 2 of them for the plasma and still have 2 that are laser. So that is the plan at some point. Although most of the time in Nister's manga party, it's in Osaka, its plasma turrets hit me instead of the Xenon ships. Yeah, the Rattlesnake is nice, but it's a nice equipment loadout, but I don't like the way it looks. I know that's like if it came down to it, and have to have in a real life situation, I would take an ugly looking weapon that works better than a nice looking weapon, sure. But in the game, I don't like the way the Rattlesnake looks, so I don't use it in any of my saves. This save in particular, I'm only allowed to use Terran or Terranized gear, which mostly turns out to be Terran stuff. It's growing on you.
Incoming funds transfer. Eladi Company.
I deployed all 30 laser towers, but they're still deploying one at a time, which is very annoying. I guess there's nothing we can do about it. This is the first one coming.
K.
There it is.
Shield turret. Shield generator. Engine.
Awaiting orders.
Engine.
All right, took out one engine. Got some others on their way. Let's go ahead and cancel, remove that order, and then have him deploy Laser towers. He has 225 laser towers. We're going to deploy them all. Laser towers are hard for the big plasma weapons to hit. I think. I hope. We shall see if this strategy pays off. And this is where my eyes glaze over for a moment. Do you have any? You have 25 Mark 1s. That's what you were supposed to have stocked up on, but I guess I didn't have the money or forgot to do it. But we'll take what we got. There we go. Got his engine. Has the other one come yet? The eye is on its way. Okay. So I am just going to shoot at this one for a little bit. We're going to go out to this view. Rotate the camera. Look for that eye. There they are. All right. Here they are. They are on their way for sure.
We have a new foundling.
Ah, thank you for the follow.
K.
All right, that one is out of the way. Should we target turrets? No. We'll target his engines as well.
Fund transfer. Teladi Company.
Good doing business.
I.
Ooh, that was not what I was trying to do. There we go. Now let's rotate the camera. I'm surprised that its orientation is the way it is. I thought, when I first saw these, I thought the this side was the back side, but that's the front. Production efficiency? You talking about like with stations? Or having workers makes a difference. So I use, let me go find it real quick. Station X4, station calc. All right, so I use that website, first off, to help me build stations. You can set it up to, you tell it that you're using the full workforce or you're not using the workforce, or you mine your own resources or you don't mine your own resources. And it's going to use the average price for resources. when it's giving you your potential profit and loss. I typically do not use a workforce on most of my stations. It does boost things, but I won't use a workforce until I'm making my own food. Excuse me. Because I'm not going to go and buy the food from... I was not clicked on the right spot. I'm not going to go and buy the food from other stations. I will only use my own resources if I can help it. So I will always start. All right, so here's the thing. This particular save game started out very differently. I was going to do mostly military stuff before I started building stations and doing trades. Most of the time when I start a new game of X4, I am a trader. I'm a merchant to begin. First and foremost, I'm a merchant. So I set up multiple trade fleets. I create a core fleet near Argonne that is just a mining fleet, and that's all they do is they mine silicon and ore. And then my first station is always an ore processing plant, and that's all it does. It's a very basic thing. It doesn't need to buy anything from any other station because I've already got the mining fleet that supplies it with all the raw ore it needs. And then I have the silicon refinery, and I'm already mining the silicon. And I build on from there. I don't build anything. This playthrough's been a little bit different, but my typical playthroughs, I don't build any station until I have the requirements that station needs. So I will not source any materials from another station. And that's how I manage it. And then eventually I do build a food production station, and then I start adding workers to my other stations. Let's see, can we hit that from there? It looks like we might be able to. Don't know. Doesn't look like it. So it's going to work. Okay. That didn't work. Let's... This is on the other side, yeah. Let's reset that. They're all on the other side. Crap. There we go. There's the ones I want. Actually, we're going to pause again because he has gotten way too close at this point. We're going to try and pop his engines. There's an engine. All right. Building a station is cheap if you produce whole parts, Claytronic energy. Yep. Yeah. If so, my first couple stations, obviously, I'm having to get stuff from other stations because it's the first station, it's the first couple of stations, and you don't have the whole parts production going yet and everything. But once you get to that point, then you're supplying yourself. You're not having to buy from anybody else, and every credit you make is pure profit. There's no investment after that.
Engine. Danger.
Okay. So it is sending out. It's attacking the laser towers. Good, 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 good. That means we can take out some of its weapons. Now I got danger. I was close to that explosion, but I should be okay now. I'm not hitting. There we go. There we go.
Awaiting orders.
Okay. Why didn't it select the next one? Let's see here. Wing, attack my target.
Scrambling fighter now.
Oh, I don't like pausing and unpausing like this, but it's the only way to get these things selected right.
Awaiting orders.
Wing, attack my target.
Engage the target.
Confirmed.
I.
Wing, attack my target.
Engage the target.
Come on.
Awaiting
There we go.
orders.
I.
Wing, attack my target.
Position for attack.
No. Come on. We were doing so good. We lost the manga party. So close. We had two Ks down. We almost had this the eye disarmed. So close. So if you get with the Tides of Avarice DLC, if you get the Protectrion blueprint, the shield blueprint, Tides of Avarice is one of the best places to put up a solar panel factory or energy factory. Just throw up a bunch of solar panels, put plenty of storage, and rake in the energy. I don't know if I'm going to deploy all those laser towers from one of the Osakas, whichever one has. They didn't really get used this time. Yeah, Protectrion is protects the station from the tide. And of course, any ship that's landed on it. And if you got the Protectrion, So the shield can hold 5 Protectrion at a time. It's called a condensate. There's only one ship that can transport it aside from the Astrid, which is the luxury ship. And it requires 1 Protectrion per tide. So a tide comes through, it consumes 1 Protectrion. I can show you real quick. So right over here. And plan build. And that right there is the Protectrion shield generator. And then, just so you can see, the sunlight is 1,390% in, what is this? Avarice 4. Nice. Yeah. It's a fun storyline. And I think potentially it's the first time in X4 you really get to choose, like, be good or bad. Kind of. It's not a full-on be an evil person, be a bad person. It's more of a take advantage of the market or not. In a greedy way or not so greedy way. It's cool nonetheless. Oh yeah, that sunlight. Sunlight there is like poof.
Incoming funds transfer. Talati Company.
Good doing business.
K. Engine.
No option there. Attack turrets. Let's see if that changes things.
Engine.
Hang on. Gotta see that. There's another K on its way. Okay.
K.
And the eye is here now. They got here quick. All right, let me look at the other side. There we go. Get that targeted. Oh, come on. I see it. Why can't I target it? There we go. Has not really helped a lot. My shields are still draining fast. It's an impulse turret. It's a shield generator. That's the destroyer again. Where's the other turret? I know it's shooting at me with one from the back side here. That's not it. Well, that's what we're going to target anyway.
Hull damage.
Master's Mangapari has been destroyed. Alright, what got it? I wonder. It was right here. The eye got it, and that one. Okay, I got one other strategy. One more strategy. I hope it'll work. Excuse me. So this time I'm still gonna launch the laser towers from Delilah Swan Song, but I'm gonna go grab my fighter that is in the adjacent sector. So it's gonna be real quick. And we're gonna come in with that fighter, and I'm gonna work on engines and turrets with my fighter. Engines first. Try and keep those ships from surrounding my capital ships too quickly. Let's issue some orders. Pause it. While we do that, don't want anything to sneak up on us while we do something that would be a simple command to the captain. We're going to deploy all laser towers. And then for your orders, you're going to just hold position. And then where's the strike fleet? There it is. All right, so should I take the Falks? What does the Falks have on it weapon-wise? Ooh, that could be good. We're going to try it with the Falks first. So we're going to get yeah. That's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm wanting to get my fleet to the point where I can actually just trade fire capital ship to capital ship, but it's not working out quite well yet. Yeah, no guns on top. If I could drop in on these guys from above, that'd be good, but there's 4 of them over there, and they're all making their way over here, so I don't think I can drop in on them from above. I may try that at another point, but with 4 of them, I'm just not going to try. Yes, you and your rattlesnakes. All right, we're going to grab the Bloody Dagger. It's a Falx. It has amazing primary weapons, although they have a very short fire lifespan.
Entering system.
But we'll see
number
how they do.
4, 5.
And while we're doing that, we're going to remove assignment from that. The Katana can come with me, but the Velvet Thunder is my personal fighter. We'll keep it docked, I guess. No, we're not going to keep it docked. We're going to send it to protect that station until further notice. That way it's not with me and I don't chance losing it. Yeah. You'll find a way. And let's give myself some guidance. to the Delilah. Let's unselect ships. There we go.
1.
Travel mode.
Incoming
Hyperspace
funds
jump
transfer.
engaging.
Velati Company.
Thanks for your help.
Katana.
Oh, that's the katana. Okay, I forgot.
Jump gate. Matrix. Number 9.
All right, so here's the Fox. I got the beam weapons. The Terran. Let's pull up. Get the Meson Stream up front, and then Proton Barrage also. The Meson Streams. I'm hoping those will just like real quick take out the shields, and then Proton Barrage can take out the engines. And that'll give the Meson Stream enough time to cool down to go over to the next engines. I could also, the Katana, what has it got? It's got the same loadout. So, not really any difference there. The range, good question. I don't really know for sure because I was planning on just getting up close and personal. 6.8 kilometers on the Meson Streams. And the Proton Barrages are 4.2 kilometers. This is actually going slower than I thought it would be. Its travel mode is much slower than I thought. The battle could be over by the time I get there. Yeah, the battle's already started. Good grief. That's not good.
Entering system. Matrix.
I'll stop.
Number
All stop.
9. K.
Shoot for 4.5 with the Xenon beam.
Danger.
Yeah, that didn't work out. Delilah's Swan Song got destroyed. So that's not the answer. At least I don't have enough time to get there with this ship, so. Ay. What to do, what to do. Maybe I just don't have the right ships or the right tactics to handle this right now. I mean, like is it 3? There's at least 3 Ks in one eye, maybe 4 Ks in an eye. Yeah, range against the Ks works good, except the Sin, as well as the Osakas with their main cannons, can outrange the Ks all day long, but they cannot outmatch their speed. So by the time the Ks are, we're in range, we're shooting them, we're taking down their shields, we get their shields about halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way down, and then the K is in range to attack. And by then, they've had plenty of time to maneuver, and we're no longer in their blind spot. Those Ks are wicked maneuverable. But why did it choose to put those words out? Ship to slow decay and give you time. One out at a time. I don't have any ships I can just throw away, though. That's the problem. None of my ships are expendable at this moment. That's why I was throwing out laser towers, hoping they would help with that. But there's another option.
Incoming funds transfer. Velati Company.
Travel mode.
Hyperspace jump engaging.
Travel mode.
Maximum velocity.
Come on. There we go. All stop.
Decreasing velocity.
K.
Travel mode.
Maximum velocity.
All stop.
Decreasing speed.
Yeah, a little early. Okay. Got that one out. There's Manga Party. It is damaged. We're going to tell it to pull back. Information. Nope, not load out orders. Don't do anything but pull back. Just get out of there.
Incoming fund transfer. Teladi Company.
Here's a little something as thanks.
Attack turrets. Try and get rid of turrets. Yeah, it's 4 Ks and an I is what we're dealing with. Travel mode.
Maximum velocity.
All stop.
Decreasing velocity.
Travel mode.
Maximum velocity.
Oh, come on. Really? It went under? It was above. The Osaka was above that eye, and then it decided to go under it. For who knows what reason. I don't know, I guess it's still above. It's just in a really bad spot. All stop.
Decreasing velocity.
And it's been destroyed. Ramming speed. Just for the heck of it.
fund transfer. God realm of the Terran.
Thanks for your help.
I don't know how, but we managed that one. I'm still upset about losing that Osaka, though. And now my trade ship is under attack by Xenon Raiding Party F. When you get the alert, their shields are down by half. Holy cow.
K.
You snuck up on me. Dreadwitch was destroyed. That's not good. Looks like our engines are down. And there goes the ship. Alright. Well, that was a good run for a little bit there. But, yeah. Got all those other things happening. I'm just going to be pulling the ships out of that sector. We're not going after that. We will continue to do other things next week to try and earn some money and then come back to this eventually with a few more Osakas instead of just 2 along with the Sin. So appreciate everybody stopping by and watching. Actually, let's see if we can... since we got a couple of viewers, let's see if there's anybody else streaming X4 at the moment. There is. Let's go for this guy here. See, we'll do a raid for him. Raid a channel. Search and filter. By category X4. There we go. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Appreciate you watching.